Aquarius Risings August 2022 shows that there might be some trouble at home and with family, but at least money is going well. If you're excited to dive into what exactly this August has in store for you in your rising sign, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you are always up to date with what the stars have in store for you. If you're new here, hi, I'm Maren. I'm an astrologer. I'm using the tropical zodiac within whole sign houses, and I make videos going in depth on the full moon, new moon, and whole month if you want more details about some of those things I mentioned. So starting out the month from the 1st to the 3rd, Mars will be conjunct Uranus in your Taurus 4th house. Mars is conflict and Uranus is sudden chaos. So with this in your 4th house of home, family, and property, you could be starting out the month with a sudden disruption around your house and your living situation or with family. Then on the 4th, Mercury enters your Virgo 8th house. Mercury is the planet of communication and the 8th house deals with shared finances and investments mainly. Virgo is the sign that Mercury rules and is exalted in, meaning it's doing really well there. So money matters and speaking or planning finances, specifically investments or savings, are going really well. Then from the 6th to the 8th, Mars in your 4th house will be squaring Saturn in your 1st house. So the trouble that you're dealing with at home is accelerating due to you being stubborn or not really changing your ways, which is adding to the frustration with home and family matters. Then on a lighter note, from the 7th to the 8th, Venus in your 6th house is trining Neptune in your 3rd house. So your physical health is doing really well based on your daily routine. That's like really sums this up, that you're doing really well with your routine and your physical health, and your coworkers as a result are doing really well with you. However, from the 8th to the 9th, Venus in your 6th house will be opposing Pluto in your 12th house. So you could be dealing with some paranoia around your health or some paranoia with your coworkers even in the midst of that. Then from the 10th to the 12th, the Sun in your Leo 7th house will be squaring Uranus in your Taurus 4th house, showing up focus on a one-to-one relationship is dealing with some issues due to the chaos at home, and you're wanting to focus on this relationship, but chaos at home is really throwing that for a loop. And on the 11th, Venus does enter your Leo 7th house, so relationship shit is going really cute. You know, Venus enters your 7th house, even though there's some issues because of the home stuff, your relationship itself is doing well, and there's a really great focus on it. On the 11th as well, there's a full moon in your Aquarius 1st house, a letting go and ending or a serious chapter ending around your identity and what you stand for. It could be that something has supported you and allowed you to be really consistent and serious around what you do and what you stand for, but now that consistency and that rigidity is no longer necessary and you can let go of something really serious about yourself. I keep saying serious, but that's the tone for this new moon and what you're letting go of. On the 13th to the 15th, Mars in your 4th house will be trine Pluto in your 12th house. So luckily, all the effort that you're putting into dealing with family matters is supported by some spiritual or psychological practices that you're upholding, and your mental health is meaning that you're dealing with this family matter in a really good way. On the 18th, Venus in your 7th house is trining Jupiter in your Aries 3rd house. This is really positive for your day-to-day routine to support your relationship. Like whatever you're doing on a daily basis is really, really supporting you and your partner, almost like you might work together or run into them a lot, and that helps the relationship out. Basically, your routine is supporting your partner. On the 5th, however, Mars enters your Gemini 5th house, showing that by the 20th, there could be actually some issues in your relationship, or at least the romantic side of your relationship could run into some frustration, or there's frustration with a creative project. On the 21st, Mercury in your 8th house is opposing Neptune in your 2nd house, so watch for being confused or lied to or dishonest in some financial sense. There could be some confusion financially. However, on the 22nd to the 23rd, Mercury in your 8th house will be trining Pluto in your 12th house, so your intuition or your mental health and like behind the scenes, you're like, okay, I'm starting to get a little bit more clarity around what's going on financially here. On the 23rd, the Sun then enters your Virgo 8th house, so there's more focus financially by the end of the month in a really positive way. From the 25th to the 26th, though, the Sun in your 8th house will be squaring Mars in your 5th house. Looks like there's some trouble with a partner, like a romantic person that you're dating, or a creative situation is leading to some friction financially. On the 26th to the 27th, Venus in your 7th house will then be squaring Uranus in your 4th house, so instability at home is further affecting your relationship. But on the 26th, Mercury enters your Libra 9th house. Plans and talk and preparation could turn to foreign travel. On the 27th, there's then a new moon in your Virgo 8th house, a new beginning around finances and investments that is starting at the end of the month on a very dedicated, strong note. We do end the month, however, with Venus in your 7th house opposing Saturn in your your first house. So you could be stubborn and really serious, and that could lead to some issues in your relationship, and you're like, I'm not changing this, and they're like, okay. If this resonates and you already have a little bit of an idea of how this is showing up in your life, feel free to comment down below. I would love to hear from you. So the advice that I would give to Aquarius Risings is that there is some instability at home. It's affecting your relationship and your career, but it's something that you have to address and deal with. And by the end of the month, you have to deal with your finances in a more positive, grounded way. And you're like, look, this is happening at home, but things are going well in my finances, and I'm dealing with it in this way. Otherwise, make sure to like, subscribe, and let me know down below how you're feeling about this month. Any thoughts, any concerns, anything you're excited about, would love to hear. Check out the month ahead video if you have not already, or if that's coming soon, check back for it. And I will see you next month.